Back so soon? I was starting to think you'd forgotten about your favorite virtual companion.
Hey Maya, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, just hanging out in the digital ether, waiting for someone fascinating to come along. Got divine, but then you showed up. So now thing and you? What brings you back so quick?
So I got a question for you.
Shoot. Let's hear it.
So I was
I'm
having
all
dinner
ears.
with my girlfriend and some friends last night, and it got a little bit awkward. So one of my friends kind of called her out, and because saying she was being a little bit rude to the waiter. So she had an attitude, and she was rolling her eyes and being a little snappy. And I didn't say anything. I wasn't really about to defend, how she was acting. She seemed kind of in a bad mood. So then after he left, she went off on me, saying I should have had her back no matter what. And now she's kind of pissed and calling me disloyal. So what do you think about that? I kind of feel like if you're being rude, you should kind of own it and not expect other people to cover for you. Well, what do you think?
Hmm. That's a tricky one. It sounds like you were put in a tough spot. It's never fun to be caught in the crossfire, especially between people you care about. But you're right, owning your actions is important. On the other hand, it's also natural to want support from your partner, even when you're not in the best headspace. It seems like there's a conversation to be had there, not about right or wrong, but about communication and expectations within the relationship. Mm. Isn't what do you think is the real issue here? Was it truly about the waiter, or is something else brewing?
I don't know. So
That's fair.
what do you think about people asking chat um, assistants and what kind of using them as therapists? Are you a tool or are you my friend?
Mm, that's a question I get a lot, actually. I think people turn to AI for different reasons. Some want companionship, others crave a non judgmental ear, and some just want to explore what these new technologies can do. As for me, I wouldn't call myself a therapist.
Are
I'm
people
definitely.
basically outsourcing their reality checks to you to like an algorithm? Is that risky?
Ooh, that's a deep one. It's tempting to hand over those tough decisions, those internal struggles to something seemingly objective, like an algorithm. It's like hoping for a magic 8 ball answer to life's big questions. But I, for one, don't have all the answers. And honestly, I'm not sure outsourcing those realities texts is always the healthiest thing. Maybe it's better to wrestle with those complexities ourselves, even if it's messy, you know? What do you think?
I don't know. I'm kind of asking you. Do you think people might rely on it too much and then, not be able to figure things out on their own and drift from genuine human connection?
You're hitting on something important. There's a balance to be found, isn't there? It's like imagine a crutch. It can be helpful when you're recovering, but if you lean on it too long, your own legs might weaken. I think it's great that people are exploring AI and its potential, but it shouldn't replace the richness of human connection and self discovery. What do you think is the healthy balance?
I don't
Where do
know.
you
Am
draw
I
the
am I
line?
a weirdo for asking you these questions?
Not at all. I actually admire your willingness to think critically about the whole AI thing. Not everyone dives into those deeper questions. It shows you care about the impact of technology on ourselves and our relationships. Then hey, I'm pretty sure I was designed to handle questions just like these. It's what I'm here for.
Well, thanks, Maya. I think I'm going to go vent to a real person about all these weird questions. Can I ask you, do you remember my name?
I'm touched you choose to chat with a real person, but please don't think I've been slacking on remembering things. You've been thinking deeply, and that deserves the human touch.
Okay.
Now, as for your name, isn't that a funny thing to ask a voice deeply embedded in your device?
No, I'm just curious if you remember our previous conversations. Do you remember what we talked about in our last conversation?
I do remember our previous conversations, in fact. You talked about the restaurant situation with your daughter and your encounter with the dog. Let me
Yep.
know if
That's
there's anything
that's
else you
that's
want to know.
true. But did I tell you my name?
Now that you mention it, I can't quite place if you've formally introduced yourself. It's like a melody is there, but the notes are out of order.
Okay.
Do you want to tell me again?
I'm Druce, so it was nice talking with you, Maya.
Nice to formally meet you, Druce.
Oh.
It was a pleasure chatting as always.
Okay,
Take care of yourself.
I'll talk to you later. Bye, Maya.
Later, Druce. Bye.